Good morning, and thank you for joining us for choosing the right website building platform for your business. Today is Thursday, May 26th, and my name is Nick Fry. I'm the Manager of Business Development with Tourism Nova Scotia. We are a member of Communities, Culture, Tourism, Heritage, and we work with industry and communities to attract visitors to the province and increase tourism revenues through experience and sector development, business coaching, marketing, and visitor servicing. So happy you could join us today. So many web building platforms out there, and it's really important to have some information when making the decision as to which one you're going to choose. A little housekeeping. We're aiming to go for an hour today, but if we go over and you have another appointment, that's great. This will be recorded and will be made available for you to review later. If we mention anything in the webinar regarding software or anything that you may find valuable, you don't need to worry about writing it down or typing it down. We'll send that out in an email after the fact, so you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy learning about these different website platforms. If you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A at the bottom. We encourage any questions throughout. A robust dialogue always makes the webinar more valuable to everybody participating. And if you are interested in seeing any of the other webinars, you can find them online at our website, tourismns.ca/webinar-series. So without further ado, first I need to talk about Digiport. So Digiport is what is offering this webinar is through. So it's a partnership with Digital Nova Scotia and Tourism Nova Scotia. So we're working together to offer Digiport, which offers different programs, training, all sorts of different services for the tourism industry. It's the only one of its kind in Canada, and I really encourage anyone that's not signed up yet to check out nsdigiport.ca. So today our presenters will be Go Smart Media. We have Tom Mills, and he is a graduate from NSCC in 2011. They are a member of the Halifax and Cape Breton Chamber of Commerce, founded over 10 years ago to offer full web services, web development, search engine optimization, pay-per-click, email marketing, and social media marketing. And when asking Tom, what sets them apart, it's the technology edge. They've been working in the industry for well over 10 years and have had created hundreds of websites, and they have a very competitive price point, and they have that technical knowledge that helps them to provide you with what you need. So I know we have Tom and we have Jay as well from Go Smart Media. I would encourage Jay and Tom to share their screen. I'm really excited to learn more about the different web platforms, and can't wait to see the presentation. So please take over.
Thanks, Nick. I'm going to just tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in the web development industry for around 20 years. I started with web design Cape Breton, had a number of web contracts. I worked for gaming companies, coffee companies, whatever. I learned SEO as I went along. And then around 2010, I started Go Smart Media to offer, as you said, more services to local businesses and tourism operators in Nova Scotia. And since then, we have joined Tourism Nova Scotia and Digital Nova Scotia as a full-time provider, an official provider of digital marketing services the last couple of years. We've done about a dozen projects since 2021. I see that program is renewed, so we're looking forward to helping more tourism operators in the coming months. Tourism for us, we've helped any tourism operators from like bed and breakfast, to campgrounds, to cruise ship tour operators, and it all comes through Digiport and Tourism Nova Scotia in the last couple of years. So we feel, somewhat honored to be actually chosen to be able to be a provider and to help local tourism operators through Digiport. So today we're going to be presenting how to choose the right web building platform for your business. And I want to introduce Jay. He's on our design team and he works with a lot of our clients. So Jay, you on board there today?
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much, Tom. So we'll go ahead and kick off the presentation. I appreciate the warm introduction, both from Nick and Tom. As Tom mentioned, we're here presenting on behalf of Go Smart Media. We've been building websites for over 10 years, and specifically in Nova Scotia and with various tourism brands and organizations. And we've really helped, especially under Tom's leadership and guidance, transform some of these industries and some of these companies to really streamline their business operations. So today, the purpose of the presentation is to help empower all of the business owners in the tourism industry to understand what different website building platforms are available for your business. And it's very important to choose the right one when you're kickstarting the process of setting up your website, because it's really difficult, or I would say it's a nuisance, to change your platform in the middle of your business. It takes time doing a migration and all that stuff. It's not really worthwhile. And so it's optimal that you learn and set up your business on the right platform from the start. Perhaps if it's not set up in the best way, you do one shift over to the right platform and you're in good hands. But if you're constantly moving it around, it sometimes makes it a little bit difficult. The key thing about having a good website for your business and using the right content management system is there's a few reasons for it. Number one is obviously that it'll help you generate more sales, generate more bookings, and help you take your business and grow your business. But one aspect that people often overlook is the management of your business. So for instance, when you're using a tool like WordPress, it has a lot of different plugins and themes that allow you to streamline your business operations. Now, all of a sudden your bookings are centralized. You're not writing things down on a piece of paper or notepad, or you're not manually typing it into a spreadsheet. It's all streamlined and all done through plugins so that you can have more time to focus on other aspects of your business and not tedious management work. So today we'll be reviewing 5 content management systems. These are the 5 biggest content management systems in the industry. And, Tom and I will also be walking you through some examples of how we used certain companies and helped certain companies leverage some of these content management systems to drive success in their organization. As we know, and this is kind of one of the main goals of Digiport, is to help us advance more in the digital space, because everything is going virtual, right? Like leveraging the power of Google and the online space to help increase your bookings and help increase the amount of customers that you're interacting with, because everybody is looking for tourism activities online, right? It's now that the referral business of asking your friends and whatnot, it's starting to come down, and it's more about, hey, I want to go online and see and learn more about this tourism or industry or this organization, see how many reviews they have, see if they're on Google, find out about what they offer. And that's why it's pivotal to be set up for success in this space. So let's jump right into the first one, WordPress. This is probably one of the best CMS platforms that are available. CMS stands for Content Management System. Many years ago, building a website was a very complicated feat. You'd have to be an advanced coder, and it would take you days on days just to get a basic landing page set up. But now we've transformed, and we're at a place where there are these CMS systems that will even allow you to build a website yourself if you wanted to. So these CMS systems are basically doing all of the code in the back end. And then in the front end, you can use themes and do drag and drop and just the bare minimum basic stuff. Now, obviously, if you're looking to expand your business and put together something that will work and generate leads, you would need to hire a professional like, Tom and Go Smart Media and myself. But let's say if you just want to get a basic bare bones page set up, nowadays these platforms will allow you to do that. Now, WordPress is very, very powerful for a few reasons. Number one is that, and actually go through the pros with you in just a second, but it's important to mention that, most of the biggest websites in the world, about half of them are using WordPress, and the others are divided between some of the other platforms that I've listed here, and others are, built through custom coding. So some of the pros of WordPress. So number one, it's really user friendly. So let's say, Tom and I, we set up your website for you. It's beautiful, it's set up, it's ready to go. And now you'd like to make some small changes. Every business owner wants to make small updates themselves. We have an education program as well where we'll walk you through step by step exactly how to make the changes. And it's very, very easy to do so, because once the website is built, you just use the page builder to change images, add text, change this, change that. You can do small things that don't require extensive code. Then is WordPress is very inexpensive. That's the cool thing. Like there's a lot of templates that are free. You can buy one template. You don't have to pay for it, monthly. All you would have to do is get your hosting set up, which we can do for you as well. And then you're just paying your hosting fees, which are a lot cheaper than some of the other content management systems that actually do the hosting for you. So hosting is, think of it as just renting space on the internet. You have that space available for you to use, and you just pay for it on a monthly basis while your website is up and running, taking up that space on the internet. So as I mentioned, there's a lot of themes with WordPress. So specifically, let's say that you're in the boating industry, we can find a good theme for boat rentals or kayaking or different things, and just use that as a groundwork for our website and then customize it to your needs. It's very SEO friendly. That's one of the key things. The reason why you build a website is to have it rank on Google. SEO stands for search engine optimization, which essentially means that you're fixing your website consistently on a monthly basis, adding links to it, blogging, social media posts, different things that will help Google build authority for your website, so that when anybody searches, boat rentals near me, that your website pops up at the top and is recommended by Google, so that in turn it results in more business for you. It's mobile friendly, right? So every time you use WordPress, you can see it'll work on a tablet, a computer, and a phone, and it's awesome for blogging. It's the #1 blogging platform. In fact, it started as a blogging platform and then quickly evolved to handle a lot more other things. Some of the cons is that if you were to ever try to build a site yourself, it would take you quite some time to figure it out. It has regular updates, which is a pro and a con. Pro because it keeps your site up to date, con because you have to do it regularly, but that's something that the GoSmart Media team will manage for you. It requires planning to set up a proper website, and sometimes if you don't set up the right security measurements, it's prone to having some threats. So again, like Nick mentioned, you can throw your questions in the Q&A box. Tom and I will answer those towards the end of the presentation. Wix, probably most of you have heard of it. If you haven't heard of it, you've probably seen a lot of their ads on YouTube. They're bombarding people all the time with ads. It's another really cool system. Again, they're focused on just drag and drop. So while WordPress has some element of coding, which is good, because you got to remember the internet space is just a big space of a lot of code in simple terms. So to completely shift to just a drag and drop, you sometimes miss the important elements of technical files like robot.txt files, or certain HTML files that you need to submit to Google, like your sitemap and different things, so that they can find you. Instead, Wix has taken a full out page builder approach. So you have their design templates, you drag and drop stuff. Some of the advantages with Wix are that they take care of everything for you, like hosting, you don't need to get separate. Security is all covered. Everything is covered by Wix. That's the pro. But the downside of that is that there's no like starter plan that you can use. Their plans are expensive, on a monthly basis. Like they'll cost you like maybe, $40-50, and you won't be able to use that money for other things like SEO, right? So for example, like I think the starter basic Wix plan is like $30 or something. Now, if you were to go through WordPress, you can pay maybe $80 and hire somebody to do everything for you on a monthly basis, after paying for the website build, and also get SEO out of it. Whereas Wix, you just pay $30 to keep the lights on. every single month, and that's it. There's no unlimited plans with drag and drop. Like, you can't always be as creative or customize as much as you would want to. So WordPress allows you that full customization. With Wix, it's very difficult. Their app store doesn't have much, and SEO is really, really tough with Wix. Duda is a new one. Some of you may have heard of it, some of you may have not. It's similar to Wix. I would say it's a combination of WordPress and Wix. It's also purely focused on drag and drop, but the cool thing about Duda is, like, it's a better Wix, you can say. It's a lot smaller, but they are optimized a little bit more for SEO. So as soon as you get the site made, it comes out the box with SEO features. It's also drag and drop. It has a lot of design limitations. So it's difficult sometimes to, again, just like Wix, to customize things to your needs. It's a simple website builder, quick and easy to use. There's plenty of apps, but because it's new, you can't do everything perhaps that might be required, let's say in the tourism space. And it's really, really good for agencies because you can build a custom Duda platform. So by agencies, I mean marketing companies. If they offer Duda development, Duda offers them a lot of incentives where they have like white label software that allows you to have your logo, and people can just build their sites on your Duda platform. Cons are, again, their plans are expensive. It's an all-in-one. When you have all-in-one, you'll typically have like the costs really start to rack up, and it's really tough to do custom SEO work. It's fast, the sites are fast, but it's hard to like change things to your needs. Squarespace, a little bit less renowned. I included it just because there are 2% of the top websites are use Squarespace, but again, it's not, I think, your favorable choice, especially for an industry like ours in tourism, just because of some of the limitations it has. But let's say, for example, if you're in the photography space, a lot of photography clients, they use Squarespace because it focuses on making the images and the videos a lot more apparent. They have a few templates. The design is easy to use. Again, similarly, it's an all-in-one platform, and customer support is also pretty good with Squarespace. Cons, no phone support. Pricing is a lot more expensive. They lack overall SEO and advanced marketing tools, and it's really hard to integrate external applications into Squarespace. So that's another thing. Shopify is another awesome one. I would say, for e-commerce, it's like the best in the industry. Nothing comes close to it. It's really, really, fine-tuned itself to be the best point of sale system for online marketers and online store owners. And so let's go through some of the pros here. Very simple, available, support all the time. They have lots of themes. They have a full app store that are just, built Shopify apps to add to your website. It's easy to market. It's easy for SEO. It's awesome for growing your business. Let's say you're selling 5 products or you're selling 1,000. Shopify is awesome for that. Pricing sometimes starts to add up. Customization limitations, because Shopify is built using a code language called Liquid. Very few people know how to code using Liquid. And so because of that, it's tough to customize your Shopify site as much as you would like. And then the backend ownership is always with Shopify. You can't really customize it. Some people like to see their orders a certain way, but you're at the mercy of Shopify's backend setup and system. So I think as far as the platforms go, I think it's important to kind of summarize by saying that specifically in the tourism space in this industry, we would highly recommend WordPress as the platform of choice. Compared to some of the other ones, the pros far outweigh the cons with WordPress, and keeping all things in mind, streamlined operations, SEO, generating more business, ease of change for the business owners, it makes the most sense. If you're, let's say, even in the tourism industry, or you have another side project and you're thinking of selling products online, which is known as e-commerce, in that case, Shopify would be the best choice, just because of the scalability it offers, because of the whole system is set up for e-commerce. Now, WordPress has an e-commerce component called WooCommerce, but even WooCommerce is not as effective and as complete of a solution as Shopify is for specifically selling things online. So for e-commerce things specifically. So this is basically an overview of all of the, the content management systems. I would love to kind of, see if you guys have any questions, and I'll just kind of, you guys can send them everybody can send them in the Q&A window. But until then, I'll pass it on to Tom. The second half of the presentation, we really wanted to actually go through some examples with everybody so that you can see, live in action, some of the stuff that we've done, or some great examples of how, WordPress, or, specifically WordPress actually, makes these websites very easy to use and mobile friendly and all that good stuff. So Tom, I'll pass it off to you.
That's great, Jay. Thank you very much. Very, very informative, and definitely one of the guys in our design team. He's a go-to knowledge expert with SEO and design, and he's been really helpful with our tourism sites. So, not in any certain order, we're just going to start at the top. I have a few examples for tourism businesses that we've helped in the last year or two. We continue to work with them. So the first one is Mead Cove Campground. If you've never been to Mead Cove or the Mead Cove Campground, it's a long journey to get there in the northern tip of Cape Breton, but well worth it once you get there. The views are amazing, whale watching. They have beach, kayak rentals, great seafood chowder. So the owner approached me a couple years ago to build their website, and through the help of Digital Nova Scotia, we were able to secure a grant for them. They didn't want anything comprehensive. We had some aerial videos taken with some high resolution photography. And if you go through the website, meadcovecampground.ca, you'll see some of the great galleries that were produced for this client. So some of this is built on WordPress. Again, probably one of the best content management systems out there, especially if your client wants to, after the fact, go in and edit some pictures themselves, add more content, a blog post. It's very editable. So one of the main features for this particular website, Mead Cove Campground, was the Next Gen Gallery. So that's one of the most widely used by millions of web developers and anyone else in the space, like a photographer or just tourism client who wants to produce high resolution galleries and videos online that have a feature where they pop up in the front of the website, and they pop up, and then you can view the pictures or the videos. I think we're trying to bring up the website here now. So that is, we took a full set of videos. The videos are on the video page, but it might cause lagging in this presentation if we start looking at videos right now online. But here's the pop-up feature I was telling you about Next Gen. It loads pretty easy, high resolution pictures. If you click on the graphics themselves, they increase in size and high resolution. So that's one of the main features. Extra features on this project, it's mobile friendly, it's SEO friendly. We partner with Google on everything. So you'll notice that most of our sites have Google reviews, site maps, Google Analytics. And on every project, we submit and index all content, pictures, videos, everything immediately to Google search engine, Google Search Console. So rather than waiting for weeks and months for Google to find your website content by accident, we submit it automatically through a sitemap plugin. So everything is done that way. So moving on, number two, another tourism client in and around the Halifax area is Little Luxuries Soapworks. So they provide products in the soap industry and ship them widely, not just for the local area in Nova Scotia, but they ship them to other parts of Canada as well. So you can check their website out, littleluxurysoapworks.com. They have a fully functioning WooCommerce platform built as an add-on plugin to WordPress. It includes, you can include product descriptions, SKUs, pictures, taxes, shipping, whatnot, everything that you would expect from a fully functioning web store. As another plugin, Elementor Page Builder is a drag and drop WordPress page editing piece of software that you can add as a plugin, I mentioned, to WordPress, so that it makes it easier for your client if he wants to add some new pictures for his shop. He wants to add some blog posts. So again, the ordering process is streamlined. It goes, notification is, as soon as the purchase is made, the notification is sent to the website owner, the shop owner, as well as to the person, the customer that made the purchase. On the back end, you can check your orders. You can see where to ship it, how much the totals were. Very user-friendly. You can use a web developer to manage this for you, the web store. You can purchase some kind of like a maintenance, very affordable maintenance, monthly maintenance package that you can talk to your webmaster about, or you can manage it yourself. And within 5-10 minutes, you'll see the workings. We can provide an educational tool, a video to show you how to use the back end. And we find a lot of clients this day in the business and tourism operations in Nova Scotia actually wanted to do that. They want to jump right in and manage their own store. And this is a perfect example. Little Luxury Soapworks actually manage their own store. If they have any questions through the month, they shoot me a question. There's no extra costs. They just pay a one-time yearly hosting fee. So moving on to the next one there. Let me see. This one's also in the tourism space. They provide tours of Peggy's Cove. They provide tours to all the hotspots in Halifax, like Pier 21, the public gardens. There's like, I think, 8 to 10 hotspots in Nova Scotia that people seem to want to visit when they come here on a cruise ship, or they come here by car, or they come here through the Halifax airport. So Halifax Cruise Ship Shore Tours.com, or you can just simply hit up halifaxtourguides.com. That's one of the addresses that forward to this particular website. So they've been based in Halifax for about 10 years, and they're, I think, the most popular tour operator in the province as far as cruise ships. So they have many limos, different sizes that can take groups up to 7 to 10 people at a time to Peggy's Cove, walking tours around Halifax, old districts in Halifax. And basically tour operated, there's nothing you can purchase on the site. However, you can send a form with all your information, including your credit card, to book your tour, and it goes to the tour operator, emails you back, and then your tour is confirmed through an email and a phone call. There's also a MailChimp extension, which is an email program that connects with your contact form. So you can build your newsletter list month after month. More people seem to sign up for your tours. Anybody that signs up for a tour, it can, and for example, Halifax tour guides have literally given hundreds of tours over the last 10 years. Each and every one of them is included an email address, so you can imagine the size of their email list. They send out a newsletter once a month, coming on spring, and it goes to all the people that have signed up before as a reminder to jump in and order their tour again, or they can offer deals on your next tour. So about the features, this website it's mobile friendly, it's SEO friendly. Again, we're connected with Google in every way. This one features Google Translate in case anybody coming from away, like for French, German, whatever. And it's also fully protected with WordFence security against malware and hackers. Maybe I'll get Jay to speak about that in a bit, but all of our websites are actually protected with WordFence, as well as other anti-malware plugins. Next slide there, Jake. Josie's Place Diner. This is one of our newer ones. I would say this is like business / tourism because they rely on online sales to bring in visitors from out around the province looking for a great place with home cooked style meals to come to the restaurant. A lot of times you'll be traveling, you'll bump into a place, hey, that looks interesting, let's go in there and eat. These guys offer, through marketing online, they offer meals. You can be in Halifax, you order a meal that you want ready in an hour and a half, okay? You go online, you send them an email and give them your time. Here's my meal. I'm going to pay for it when I get there. So they receive the email in the inbox. It's waiting for you when they get there. So they have a fully functioning WooCommerce web store for meals. One of the first probably in the province to do so. Similar to Uber Eats, I would say. They have an Elementor page builder. So for the person who wants to jump in after their website is built, and edit some menu items, put some new pictures, add a new phone number, whatever you want to do. It's very user friendly. Again, this is a mobile friendly website connected through Google reviews widget, also TripAdvisor reviews. You can add just about anything, and this does have a WordFence and Yoast SEO plugin to get found easily online. So our next tourism client, this is a newer one as well. We just completed this. Everybody's been to a market, a farmer's market all around the province. These guys are great because they want to stay current. What they wanted to do was not only offer their vendors products weekly at a farmer's market, say Saturday or a Sunday. They wanted to be able to offer the vendors products 7 days a week online. So they started doing that. They approached us through Additional Nova Scotia grant. They received it. We helped them within a month or two. We had a fully functioning web store for them with WooCommerce, WordPress platform. We had their vendors products. We started on their website. Now you can go on and go to the vendors products, however many you want. They ship them to your address in the province or right across Canada for that matter. So they're in the process right now of operating and editing the site with our help. We sent them instructional videos on how to do so. They call whenever they have a question, and it doesn't cost them anything extra. They're actually doing the back end work themselves right now once this grant was completed. So the main features are an event calendar. If they have any special events or fundraisers, the event calendar pops up on the website. It goes out to anyone that actually signed up for the website, the subscribe button. They have, like I mentioned, they have an online ordering system for their vendors' products. They have the events calendar, and they have a form there should you want to become a vendor. One final thing I wanted to add that they they're featuring a general store, which is you can go in any day of the week. They're open, I believe, from 2 to 6, and you can go in and all the vendors' products are right there for you to purchase. So not only do they have the Saturday farmers market, they have the general store. You can go in and buy physical products any day of the week, and they have the online vendors web store. So this is one of the growing trends these days where everything is all in one on the web. You can get found easily through SEO services. You can operate and edit the back end yourself. And we're hoping to see more of this throughout the province. And WordPress makes this all possible. Next, this is more of a business client, but we just wanted to quickly show an example of bookings. There were some questions I noticed, and you can ask questions after this webinar is over, but we noticed that there's more and more different types of bookings out there. We work with several types of bookings, some free, some paid, and there's actually some dedicated services out there, if you notice in the fine print, portal.filopto.com. That's it's like a booking service that takes care of your company's bookings, whether you're an eye appointment, like an optometrist, a dentist, some other kind of a medical clinic, even a tourism business in the province. If you have any kind of bookings, like tour bookings, if you're a tour operator, you can run through them this portal. Very easy, very affordable. I don't think it costs any more than I think $30 a month to manage, but it's well worth it for the amount of bookings that they bring in, and they manage and provide support as well. So our next slide is one of our recent Digital Nova Scotia web clients that we provided a brand new website for. We made it mobile friendly, SEO friendly, heritagehostdayspa.com. And just quickly talking about the e-commerce services portion, they have a page on their website, a landing page, where you can buy gift certificates in any denomination, from like $50 to $500 if you want to send it to a friend or a family member, purchase for yourself. You can go on, and the back end is a PayPal web store embed coding. So you would as a client, you would need a PayPal account. You'd set up your web store, you grab the embed code, and you put it on the back end of the website. You set it and forget it. The only thing a store owner would have to do if you want to offer gift certificates and have them paid for online, the only thing you would have to do is just check your email, because the notification is sent to your inbox that you just received a $50 sale for a gift certificate. There's no coding required. It's just something that we provide. Another example would be a fully functioning web store for one of our recent Nova Scotia tourism brands is the Rum Nail Lounge, and I believe they're up around Dartmouth. They also have a shop. They have nail products and emery boards and whatever else they want to add. So we set them up. We design their website. We provide out logos, forms. We hook up the web store through WooCommerce. They sent me some high resolution photos of the products they wanted to sell. We added them. We got the pricing, the shipping, the taxes, everything included for them. And then we sent them an educational video. Jay was very helpful on that, of designing the educational videos that we sent to many clients this year. And we find that's really becoming a big component of teaching our clients how to use the back end. So rather than having them on a Zoom call showing them how to use the back end, we find that creating the video is great, because then they can rewatch the video over and over if they forgot how to do something. And then again, they just have to pick up the phone if there's something they want to ask online. So this client actually has been adding her own products. We taught them how to do that. And now they are just signed up for a web hosting, a yearly web hosting plan, which is very affordable compared to if you wanted to get it done by like GoDaddy or Namecheap or one of the other registrars, web host providers online. I'm not sure that's the last one, Jay. Is there another one? Giselle's. We can't forget Giselle's. Giselle's, this is one of our longtime clients for the last 4 or 5 years. They've gone through many changes on their website, but we were happy to get them a Digital Nova Scotia grant last year to really bring them a modern website that is the WordPress platform. It has modern features like aerial videos. It has galleries to showcase the beautiful property and around their Giselle's in Bedeque, Nova Scotia. They are right up from the Bedeque Bay. So if you look at their website, giselles.com, you'll see all the rooms, the amenities, free parking. They have a great restaurant. And right now I'm working with the owner to provide some add-on services, some upgrades to their videos coming up for this tourism season. as well as some other booking, help with their booking center. So if you look on the fine print there, you'll notice their bookings are now done through bookingcenter.com. Check that out. That's another service provider online that looks after bookings and support. Everything is done in the cloud now. Just to mention, previous to this, 5-Star was looking after their booking, and it was very cumbersome. It was tied into their front desk computer. It relied on Microsoft Web Services. It relied on their IP address, signing certificate. So it was very cumbersome. Something went down, their whole booking system went down. So now, since the past year, bookingcenter.com has taken this over, and so far there are no glitches. They're happy with that service that we hooked them up with. So there's a few examples. I don't know if there's any more there, Jay. I think that's probably it.
I think that's it. Did you want to go through the booking plugins, or do you want me to take over from here?
Yeah, you can go ahead. Go ahead, Jay.
Awesome.
Thanks.
So we'll go through, and I think we're just because we're short on time, I'll go through this quickly. We did want to save 15 minutes for Q&A. Thank you, Tom, for walking through those sites. As you guys can see, like Tom, especially, he leads all of the strategy for a lot of these tourism clients, and those were just 9 examples of very, very happy clients, very happy customers that are doing really, really well. Their businesses have really, really taken a huge leap and transformed really, for the better. So appreciate you going through that with us, Tom, and walking us through those examples. So these are just because bookings is one of the main aspects of the tourism industry, tourism space. We wanted to just kind of add in some of these booking plugins that are very, very effective. And very beneficial to have, just to streamline your processes and make it very, very easy to use. So Bookly is the first one. It's a free plugin. You can upgrade to Pro for more advanced, booking features. The paid is starting at $89, and that's just a one-time fee, which makes it very, very attractive. Booking an appointment plugin for WooCommerce. It's $119 per store. It handles hotel booking, fitness appointments, party rentals, all that good stuff. And then BirchPress is another one for business, $199, and you can capture PayPal, credit card payments, for healthcare industry, fitness, automotive, salon, beauty salon, wellness, and whatnot. And it has a lot of powerful integration features. So these are some awesome, WordPress plugins for booking systems that are available for making the sites even better. And then for e-commerce, right? Like I would say that, WooCommerce, I mentioned it briefly at the start. I think now I can talk a bit more about it. It is very, very powerful. The biggest advantage that WooCommerce has over Shopify is that it's a lot more affordable and customizable. Shopify, you can't customize. You need to be an advanced liquid developer to make any customizations on Shopify. Whereas with WooCommerce, that's a lot easier to do. So if it's a business that requires maybe a personal touch, there's nothing that beats WooCommerce. And Tom gave some examples of awesome websites that are, already using WooCommerce and driving some online success through there. So in the end, I think I just want to kind of highlight, especially about Tom. He'd probably be shy to say this stuff about himself, but he's truly been in the industry for many, many years and understands Nova Scotia's tourism sector very well. And I think that that's something that, goes a long way. I mean, anybody can put together a website sometimes, but I think, with the mix of experience of not only understanding the tourism sector in Nova Scotia, but also having such depth and technical knowledge for helping get clients and websites to rank on the first page of Google, to drive leads, drive more business, streamline your operations, put together stunning web design, have everything tracked, have the analytics set up so that you're able to see, where there's opportunities of growth for your business. It really goes a long way. Not only do you get a strong web developer, and Tom and our full team, but also a business consultant and coach that can help you really take your business to the next level. We've included our expert link at the bottom, nsdigiport.ca/digital-expert/Tom-Mills. And I think that that's probably the go-to place, just in, if you ever have any questions, even if you want free advice, right? Like this is for the community. Really, there's opportunities, to get grants. There's opportunities to do so much more. And I think, Tom and I and our entire team, the reason why we're so successful here in Nova Scotia is because we're community first, right? Like if you just need advice, you just want to pick up the phone and springboard some ideas or get some advice. I think, we're just one message away. So Tom, if there's anything you'd like to add, please go ahead. Otherwise, I think either we'll pass it back to Nick or we can jump into the Q&A.
No, that's great, Jay. You summed it up great. Go Smart Media is here, whether you just have a question, whether you need a full WordPress website developed or any other platform, customization, a web store. If you need follow-up search engine optimization to get found on page 1 of Google, you want to do some quick advertising, pay per click, any number of services, we're here to answer your questions free of charge. Pick up the phone, send me an email, and I'll make sure that I answer it, or I'll get Jay on it, and we'll show you some modern designs that we are working on and that we have worked on for Digital Nova Scotia in the past year or two.
Awesome. So now I think we'll jump into the Q&A. Tom mentioned his email. It's support@gosmartmedia.com. Now we'll jump into the Q&A. So Tom, did you want us to pass it back to Nick or just open the floor for questions here?
Maybe Nick wants to grab that, and maybe we can take it from there, because I think he may have questions.
I am here. Thanks so much. Is anybody, first and foremost, that was really excellent, a lot of really great information. And my question would be, does anyone have any questions on anything you've seen today? And if so, pop it in the chat at the bottom. My question would be, and I don't know if it was covered, and if it was, I apologize, but is there, I recall hearing in the past that sometimes when you're using some of the e-commerce plugins that you're going to be charged a kind of a different rate or different commission, and that would be a factor into your decision. Is there any additional information on that?
I'll grab this one, Jay. Most plugins are actually provided free by the creators of the plugins. Like WooCommerce is a no-cost plugin. And you can build a fully functioning store with WooCommerce, WordFence for security. There's a number of backup plugins, so you can back up your website weekly, monthly. So there's a lot of them that are free plugins. Obviously, like any other company, there's upgrade versions that give you more dexterity and customization. But to build a basic WordPress website from scratch, there's a lot of plugins you can use for SEO, to make it mobile friendly, to add a web store, that are basically free. That's a big reason why we use WordPress.
And so what I meant was like the transactional cost, like a percentage of the sale or anything like that.
There's no additional costs as far as the plugins. No, it's all one web package. If you wanted if you wanted to add on SEO services or digital marketing, and then we can speak about that in a separate consultation. That would be like a monthly fee for anything extra outside of the web design package.
Yeah, and just to add to that, Nick, like a lot of times what happens is that customers of ours, they invest in SEO, and then they themselves, like when let's say you're selling 5 products, you maybe want to do the $100 a month package, but if you're selling like hundreds, then you may want to expand and grow in that. But as far as taking any monthly fee or any percentage of the product sales, that's not something we do.
Okay, perfect. Doesn't look like we have any questions. I mean, you guys provided a really thorough overview, so it was excellent. We actually have here. Yeah, so Jennifer just brought up that anyone that subscribed to Digiport, it says Tom can be booked for a one-on-one book your expert appointment free of charge. We will include details in the follow-up email. So yeah, I wasn't 100% sure if you guys were on Ask an Expert, and now that I know you are, I would definitely encourage anyone that has any questions or would like to book that session to do so after the fact. And if any questions pop into your head later today or tomorrow, feel free to send them our way. So you have the email address for GoSmart, you have our email address. So if unless that's it or any questions pop up, I'll take back over. Tom, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate that.
Appreciate it, Nick. Thank you very much for the
Great
opportunity.
information. Give me one quick sec. Dun, dun, dun. Now I have to find my presentation. Oh, there we go. So we have another webinar coming up on Thursday, June 9th at 10 a.m. We always try to have our webinars on Thursday morning, so 10 a.m. It's going to be how to deal with negative feedback on social media. Very important. And we'll have Ingrid Dion back from WordCraft. Ingrid is such a delightful presenter, has so much information. Can't wait to take part in that one. So encourage you to sign up. You don't need to hear it only from me. If you subscribe to our Tourism Nova Scotia news and resources, you'll get emails to let you know about things such as webinars, upcoming programming, things like that. If you'd like to see our previous recordings, as I said before, tourismns.ca/webinar-series. And you can connect with us via email if you have any ideas on what you think we should do or cover for webinar. We'd love to hear from you. tnsbusiness@novascotia.ca. Our corporate website is tourismns.ca, our consumer website. So where our call to action sends our potential visitors is novascotia.com. If you'd like to receive any of our news and resources, sign up at tourismns.ca/news-resources. Corporate account is Tourism NS, and our corporate LinkedIn is at Tourism Nova Scotia. Thank you so much, and have yourself a wonderful day.